We're also hoping that ISO Damu of the Army will be in that squad as well. Now, it's one of the highlights of the international triathlon calendar, and with chilly lake waters, the steepest cycle climbs and altitude to contend with, the Alpes D'huez isn't for the faint-hearted. But members of the forces can't resist, can they, pushing themselves to the limit? Our reporter, Laura Hawkins, went to the French Alps to see how they got on.
It's a triathlon like no other. Set in the magnificent French Alps, this will test any athlete to the max, and 13 Army personnel have taken up that challenge. So what's involved? Well, it's a 2.2 kilometre swim, a 115 kilometre cycle and a 22 kilometre run. Of course, a competition like this takes dedicated training.
I went out to Afghan, got back at the end of April, so I managed to do about 3 months on the bike and been running. But facilities over in Afghan anyway are quite good.
I've trained 2 to 3 hours per day, 5 days a week, so an hour swimming, an hour running, between an hour and 2 hours cycling really, and then on a Saturday and Sunday 5 to 6 hours of training, and that's for the last 6 months.
This is the 5th Alpes D'huez triathlon with 1,000 competitors from 25 different nations. The event starts at Lake Verney, where the waters are a chilly 15 degrees. But swimming in this lake in itself is a unique experience, as it's only accessible once a year to the swimmers of this competition. Behind me, you will see what is said to be one of the most challenging sections of this triathlon, the famous hill climb used in the Tour de France. The competitors have to contend with 21 turns, which will then finish their cycle race and allow them to start the run to the finish line. The last leg and a run of the 3 loops of the 7.3 kilometre track, a tiring end to any triathlon, let alone when you're 2,000 metres above sea level. International triathlete James Cunnama from South Africa came out on top with a mind-blowing time of 5 hours 36 minutes. But it was also a fantastic effort from WO2 Chris Busby, coming first for the Army with 7 hours 15 minutes.
Emotional, absolutely emotional. The climbs on the bike, that run, but yeah, fantastic.
I'm not a very good swimmer, so the swim was really hard. I was one of the last out of the water, so I had to work really hard on the bike and the run.
I don't think we ever experienced the magnitude of that whilst training. Absolutely not. That was emotional. Really, really, really hard.
And for all those hours of pain, sweat and pure motivation, it's all worth it in the end for that sense of achievement and victory. Nearly enough to inspire anyone to give it a try. Laura Hawkins, Forces News, Alpes D'huez.